Okay, so welcome back. So now you've read the book, All the Places You Go, and you've listened to the passages and written them down, the ones that made you feel, and you've picked your very favorite one, and now you're going to the next book club. So this is the Passages Book Club. And you also say your thoughts on the book and what you thought and what inspired you. Just give your general thoughts about the book, and you are giving the 3-minute timer for that. And then we go into your passage. So generally we get the 5-minute timer, but today we're going to just do the 3-minute timer. So I take the timer and now no one else can talk but me, but there's no one else around. Okay, so the passage that I chose was, let me read it. You get so confused that you will start into race down long wiggly roads at a breaknecking pace and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, towards the most useless place, the waiting place. So what the waiting place feels like to me is I get so excited about things that will transpire, and then all of a sudden it feels like everything stops and everything just kind of grinds to a halt, and I'm kind of stuck and I'm waiting. And usually it feels like I'm waiting for other people, not just me. And I'm waiting for other people, not even their actions, but I'm waiting for their minds to get ready for things. And so in this, I was thinking, well, maybe it's also a time for me to stop and for me to get ready in my mind. Because generally, what happens is that when all of a sudden I'm ready, everybody else kind of falls into place, it feels like. So instead of always looking at other people as the problem, maybe I should be looking at myself, not as the problem, but as the roadblock. Because sometimes it feels like it's a complete barrier and I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a room with no doors. That's what the waiting place feels like to me. And there's no movement. It seems like I look at myself, everything slows down, and I prefer to blame everyone else. I prefer to blame instead of taking responsibility for myself. Instead, I could use this waiting time as an optimal time, like a time where I can like cross all my T's and make sure everything's taken care of, and really put attention to detail in the waiting place and just relax. Like, what's wrong with relaxing? But sometimes I feel like I have to be in the optimal spot to actually relax. Like, I can't just relax when I'm not sitting in my chair having hot chocolate and looking at the view. If I'm in a bank lineup, I can't relax. I have to be feeling like I should be going somewhere, like I can't be waiting. So that's something within me. Like, that's something I obviously have to look at. And I don't seem to appreciate the time in between. I get myself all worked up instead of enjoying the time where I can just take a breath and relax. So usually it's 5 minutes, but today we're going to do 3 minutes, and I'm like, time's almost up. But so if I wasn't going to be saying everything, then I would just wait until the time moves. So my time is up. So I'll put that down, and then the next person would go. Okay. And then then we get our emotions. So then it goes around the circle, and then we get to talk about emotion. Like today, I'm going to talk only about one, but usually we can talk about 2 or 3. But one, go around the circle. Okay. So the timer goes on. So the way it feels for me, if I don't know what's coming next, or if I don't know exactly what's going to be happening when I'm waiting, then the time seems unbearable. Like the waiting time feels unbearable. And it's not, I feel like I'm waiting for something else. Like I don't know what I'm waiting for, instead of just taking advantage of it. Here. Sorry. I feel powerless when I have to wait. I feel uncertain. And this uncertainty, I begin to feel anxious. But why can't I enjoy the break between and let myself feel calm? So the anxiety, like the powerlessness fuels then the waiting, fuels the powerlessness, that fuels the uncertainty, that then turns into anxiety, which I could stop at the beginning and go, oh, this is a great time to relax. Okay, my time's up. Okay, so that is your passage meeting. And so now what we'll do next is we'd go around, the person who hosts gets to choose which passage that everybody's going to experience. And so the passage that the group experienced, I'll do theirs, because then we can write everything that they thought. So the passage that they experienced was, with your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. So that's the passage that the group chose to experience. So before the next meeting, now what you're going to do is you're going to experience that that passage. And then you'll get all together and then everybody will say how they experienced the passage. So don't look ahead. I've written everybody else in the group what they experienced, and they wrote down what they experienced from that passage. So you experience it, figure out your favorite experience, and then read the group's experiences. And it's always really interesting to see that everybody experiences something different from the same words. And that makes it, you understand a little bit why people can be in the same family, but have a totally different experience. Or you can go on the same walk or the same trip or the same vacation, and everybody has a totally different experience from the same time, moment in time. So that's your practice. So go from there and then see if you want to create your own group. Okay, thanks.